teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 4 catches, 81 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight, and he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls have taken a first-quarter lead. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. The numbers for Jackson in last week's game: 11 carries, 91 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They run on first down with Jackson. And down to the 36-yard line here.
Second down and 3. Now he'll try to run with this. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Ellison only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on third down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give running right is Akers. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the L.A. offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bulls continue to pull away here this first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Tyreek Hill, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go! Let's go!
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll set up to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. 7 yards the pickup there. Three yards remain for second down. Now a give, right side. Ellison looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
On 2nd down now, Ellison. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Doug Costin, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. You can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
You can't stop me.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. That one caught by Ellison. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 30. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a give right side. Ellison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Jackson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bulls look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. They'll try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Rams on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.